everyone, thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to give you my full face review on Ruby Kisses makeup. So if you're interested, keep watching. You guys, it has been a long weekend for me. I went to Seabrook Island over the weekend and I did a bride's hair out there. And I don't know, I'm feeling like a little scratchy in my throat, so I hope I'm not getting sick. But anyway, I did vlog about that, so I will be posting that vlog. So just bear with me because I'm trying to get this tea in and tell you guys about the Ruby Kisses makeup. I went into my local beauty supply store because I know they carried a pretty good selection of Ruby Kisses makeup. And I collected everything from foundation to concealer to contouring powder to everything. So I'm going to give you my full review on what I think about Ruby Kisses makeup. And I am wearing everything Ruby Kisses today. Down to, the foundation, the lip color, everything is Ruby Kisses. I'm really dolled up today for you guys. I'm wearing a full coverage makeup. I really want to give them a fair shake, a fair try, as if I was going to a big event or I was going to do a photo shoot. So that's why I'm all full and glammed up today. So anyway, let's start with their foundation. Their foundation looks like this. It comes in a 1.18 US full fluid ounces. It's called No More Blemishes because it has salicylic acid. And for those of you all who don't know, but salicylic acid helps with people who have acne. So that's a really good bonus to have that in your products or your makeup or your cleanser or whatever like that. And it says that it's a liquid foundation. It's oil-free. It's all-day wear, semi-matte finish. And like I said, it has 0.5% salicylic acid, long-lasting wear. And I got two colors. I went and got the rich beige and the golden honey. And I went with the lighter of the two today. I'm using the rich beige. Yeah, the rich beige, which is BLF09. And I can probably still use the golden honey when it gets a little warmer, when I start getting a little bit of tan. But what I did do with the darker color, I went around the perimeter because, you know, you tend to be a little darker around your forehead area. So that's where I use the golden honey. So full coverage, yes. Buildable, yes. I did build just a little bit. I didn't need to. I was really happy with when I used it the first time. I used like a pea size and I used it with a wet sponge and I really like it. Now, I did build it. I went in with a second application after I let the first application dry because I wanted to see if it was blendable and buildable, and it definitely was, and it really gave good coverage. I didn't need to double up on it. I'm not covering anything. My skin is behaving right now, thank goodness, but definitely you can build up on this foundation. Now, I did wash my face before I went and applied the foundation, and I did feel a little tingly feeling, and that's because of the salicylic acid, but I gave my face a little gentle scrub, so I kind of irritated my face a little bit. So in going behind it with the salicylic acid foundation, I did feel a little slight tingling, but it didn't last long, but I knew why it was doing that. So this is really good to use. I would definitely pick this up if I was you guys, and I'll probably go back to this. I really like it. All right, let's move on to their concealer. Their concealer is Pure Mineral Concealer, High Definition, and Smart Blend. I like this concealer. And you know what I noticed about this concealer, which would be really great for you guys who are dry underneath the eyes? And I'm pretty even around my eyes as far as dryness or whatever. But I think this would really work good for people who are a little dry around the eye because you can see the oil. It has a little bit of oil in with this product along with the pigment, along with the color. So, that's neither here nor there for me, but it doesn't make it a full coverage concealer like Tarte or what have you, but it does really good. It does give really good coverage. So if you're looking for a medium coverage, I would definitely opt to this concealer if you're in your beauty supply store. And I also like the colors that I was able to choose from. Today I went with the light beige and the medium beige concealer. I put the medium beige on first. It's a little darker. It kind of matched my complexion I mean, almost exact. You can even use this as a foundation. I can see me maybe going back for a foundation too, because it really gave really good, it really matched my complexion. And then I thought it was too matchy. It didn't highlight enough, so I really want to do the full glam today. So I went back, I let it sit for a little bit, let it set up, and then I went back and use the lighter color from me, which is their light beige. Now let me tell you what I really liked about this color. I liked the color selection, and I liked that it had yellow undertones. I tend to shop for products that have yellow undertones in it because I have yellow undertones, and so that really worked good for me. The applicator, it goes on really smooth and it really feels good on your skin. So I give this a thumbs up as well. For those of you all who have oily skin, this may not be your first go-to, but again, you can set it with powder and don't have to worry about the little bit of oil that's in this concealer. So I did set underneath my eyes with their setting powder, and this is Banana. The shade is Banana. It cost $5.99. If I didn't mention, the foundation was $4.99. I took the price off the concealer, but it was less than $5. So here it is, their Set It and Forget setting powder, which is their HD 16-hour flawless rub proof wear. I don't know about 16 hours. I've had this now on for about 3 hours. I put it on and I had to do a couple of things around the studio, and so yeah, it didn't crease. It looks really good. It gave me a nice matte finish, so I'm really enjoying that. And I did bake today, and normally I don't do that. I really got to be going somewhere for me to bake underneath my eyes, but again, I want to give this a fair chance, so I did bake. I let it sit underneath my eyes for a little while while I went on to the rest of the makeup, and I like it. It didn't. When I went to go take it off, it didn't set in as much as I would like it to set in, but again, I was able just to put a little bit more on there. I think I went with too much of a yellow tone. I wish I'd have went with a more beiger tone or a little lighter tone, but again, I am able to work with this, so I did use this and I am wearing today. I do like it, but will I opt back to it? Maybe won't be my first choice, but it's definitely a good setting powder by Ruby Kisses. Okay. Let's move on to their contour palette. I was so excited to use this, you guys. The contour palette is really good. It's really big. It's called their Ruby Kisses 3D Contour Palette. I hope you guys can see that well, but it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shades from the darker tones, and I think it was 2 other palettes that you can choose from that were a little lighter, were a little darker. I went with the one in between. And on the back, it gives you a step 1, how to highlight. It gives like a little graph on the back, like a little illustration, and step 2 of contouring. And it also has this little cartoon like plastic chart that goes on top that has the lighter and the darker illustration to it that really helps you guys if you guys are not familiar with highlighting and contouring. And once again, I don't do that every day, but today I did do that. I went with their darker shade around my perimeter, and I also went back with this lighter yellow shade too, just to highlight underneath my eyes. Now I do like this shade because it wasn't too yellow, it wasn't too light, it wasn't too white. It was a really good shade to choose from, so I definitely can see me going back to this. So I really like this palette, and I think it was $7.99 for this 3D palette, and you just can't beat this. And this is in the powder form. It's not in the cream form. I tend to like to highlight and contour more so with powder than cream, even though I do both when I'm working on my clients or whatever, but I really do like this palette. I definitely see myself going back to this, and this has a lot of pigment to it. Now this isn't the shade I used. I think I left it in the other room. But this is their mineral powder, and this shade is Cognac. And I went with a little lighter color, mainly on my face, and this, I think it's light beige if I'm not mistaken. But again, $4.99, a really good size. It doesn't have a mirror or anything, but you know, we always carry something that has a mirror with it. You guys, I absolutely love this powder. It is so good. Their mineral powder has so much pigment. I mean, it grabs, and you can really really see this powder. You don't even need a lot of this powder. And I use this to contour just a little bit, just to give it a chance, because this is the darker shade, even though I did use 3D palette for a little bit of contouring today. And I really, really like this mineral powder. It's fragrance free, talc free, hypoallergenic, and it's mineral. And mineral powder tend to be milled more so. It's definitely a finer, it's a softer powder, so it just really sinks into your skin. I love mineral powder. I tend to opt for a more so mineral powder, and I like powder that has pigment. Once again, I want to be able to grab and go and be done with it. So will I be picking this up again? Yes, I will. I probably have this in my makeup bag, you know, along with my other powders. I'm not letting all the other stuff go, but I really like this powder. It's a really good powder. If you guys are interested, it's just $4.99, and I definitely suggest adding this to your makeup kit, or if you in your beauty supply store, pick this powder up. I really like it. Oh, once again, back to the concealer. They had another concealer that was more of a paintbrush tube, and what I did, I just carved out my eyebrows with this concealer, and I really like it. It wasn't too light, wasn't too dark. This color is, what is this color? Beige, simple beige. And again, $3.99 for this. Good size tube, and I think this would really go a long way. So I definitely see me using this again if I was to carve out my brows and give them more of a defined look. Again, something I don't do every day, but if I was, I would definitely opt back to this. I love the consistency, and the coverage was really good. It gave a little bit more coverage than the Pure Mineral Concealer, and it did have less oil. And this one is their C&C concealer. You guys, I was so excited to try there, and I already ripped the package up. But that's their 24-hour eyeshadow magic eyeshadow primer. So my sister seen the makeup haul, and she was like, have you tried their primer? I love their primer. She said, girl, that thing lasts all night. So that made me even more excited. And this is like a dupe for Urban Decay. It almost looks like it a little bit. But you guys, I really, really like this primer. It goes on so smooth and so evenly, and it dries fast, and it just really takes on the eyeshadow really good. I will definitely be going back to this eyeshadow magic primer. It's called the Eyeshadow Magic Primer, and you get a lot of primer in it, and it gives like a pearl-like look to it, and it just goes on really silky. And it doesn't have a strong smell or anything to it, because you know I don't like things that has a lot of fragrance for my eyes, but it really, really works good. So I would definitely be opting to this makeup, this eyeshadow primer, especially if I don't have anything to grab. If this is a quick grab, I can definitely see me grabbing this again and using this eyeshadow primer. I really, really, really like this. So give this a go. And their mascara. Okay. Now, for those of you all who are familiar with Benefit's Their Real Mascara, this is a dupe for Benefit's Their Real Mascara. And I probably do another in-depth video on this mascara and using it and showing you guys how it works. But it comes in the cutest little box. It has a before and after on there. It gives you little tips on how to achieve long lashes. And the brush and the bottle really looks like Benefit's Their Real Mascara. It has that chrome type look to it, which is a gorgeous little tube, by the way. And the brush is really good. It's those brushes that are kind of sharp, if you know what I mean. They really just dig into your lashes and pull your lashes up and lengthen your lashes without a lot of clump, without a lot of product, because it has a tight pull. So when you pull it out, a lot of the mascara comes off of the makeup, off the brush. And I really like that because it really helps you not to clump up your lashes. So I love the brush on there, and it's nice and stiff. So the stiffer the wand on the brush, it really makes, really helps you push through your lashes and lengthen them. I really like this mascara, you guys, and it's very, very, very comparable to Benefit's They're Real. And theirs is called Instant Fakes. So you guys see kind of where they're going up with that. But I really like this mascara. I love the packaging on there. It's really pretty. And again, $4.99. And I think the price, and don't quote me if I'm wrong, I think the price for Benefits Their Real mascara is $33. I have that as well. Will I still buy that? Probably. Will I still buy this? Probably. So I'm not biased. I just want, and I'm not comparing this. I'm not like comparing it to any other products, but I'm just telling you how close it is to Benefits Their Real mascara. All right, their liquid liner. I am wearing their liquid liner. Now, I like, and it's only $1.99. Really? $1.99? Okay, I thought about that too. Really good buy. And I like how it has a long stick to it. Everyone knows that really helps when applying your makeup. And it doesn't have a brush applicator. It has one of those little like hard spongy little applicators, if you guys get what I'm saying. And this is just a Ruby Kisses liquid eyeliner. It doesn't say rather not it's waterproof or anything, but it's a definitely go-to. This is a liner that you would definitely have to build. It almost gets a little streaky when you're putting it on, but hey, if I didn't have anything else, I would definitely go and use this liquid eyeliner. I like it. It's really black too. I do like that. It gives a semi-shiny look to it, but not so shiny that, oh wow, she's wearing liquid eyeliner. Nothing like that, but it gives really good coverage. Does it last all day? I don't know. I've been wearing this now for about 3 hours, but I did know that it got a little streaky when I was putting it on, so I waited for the first application to dry, and then I went back and filled in some of those streaky parts. But for $1.99, hey, for those of you all who are learning makeup application or in school or whatever, this would be a definitely go-to product just to practice with, because it's only $1.99. You can't beat that. Okay, down to their lip gloss. I am wearing their Velvet Lippy, and I got like 3-4 shades, you guys. I think I left one in the bathroom in the color. The color that I am wearing today is called Mill It Over. Mill It Over? Okay, that's quite a name. Maybe I don't get it, but it's called Mill It Over, and I like it. And it's the Velvet Lippy Buttery Matte Lip Cream, and it's a little sticky, but not to the point where I think it's just going to smear everywhere and just rub on everything, but it gives really good coverage. And I didn't even use a lip liner. I didn't even buy any of the Ruby Kisses lip liner. I don't know what I was thinking when doing the haul, but I didn't feel the need. Wearing matte lipstick, sometimes you don't need lip liner just because it kind of just stays in place as soon as you put it on. You just got to be very careful when putting it on. So no lip liner. And I got the Surfs Up, which is this blue one. I can't wait to try. And I also got the Finally Famous and their Terracotta. So far I've used the Terracotta and I've used the Mill It Over. Mill It Over. Okay. I see you, Ruby Kisses. Ruby Kisses, I see you. All right, great. Now, let's talk about eyebrows. You guys, I didn't pick up any eyebrow pencil. But what I did do, I went back to my contour palette. I went back to the darker brown shade. I used an angle brush, and I just brushed in some brown tones in my on my eyebrows. And then I went back with the liquid liner, and this is your eyeliner, and then I just lightly lined around my eyebrows just for a more defined look. So those were the 2 ways that I utilized the makeup for eyebrows, because again, I said it's a full Ruby Kisses I'm wearing only Ruby Kisses makeup, and I want to be true to that. So I'm like, okay, what do I do for my eyebrows? So being that it's pigment, and we can put pigment anywhere, I used their darker brown shade, and then I just outlined it with a darker gel liner. Now, the other day, not even today, I used their colored Eye Define 24-hour eyeliner. Now, I'm not going to say this thing lasted me 24 hours. No, it didn't. But did it last? It did last. I really like the look. I'm probably going to pair this with the Surfs Up lip gloss, they're velvety lippy, and give it a nice tropical look. So you guys stay tuned for that. I'll probably do something with that. I don't know when. But yeah, I really do like their eyeliner. It's really good. 24 hours, not so much unless you're just standing there like this. You know, not moving, not blinking, not going outside, not in the atmosphere or anything like that. And who does that? Nobody, right? So overall, I really give Ruby Kisses a thumbs up. I would definitely opt to their makeup again. I like it. I think you guys will like it too. I went to Young's. For those of you all who are in South Carolina, who's in the Charleston area, I went to Young's Beauty Supply in Summerville, South Carolina. And hey, mention Angie Ravenel and they will give you 10% off of Ruby Kisses makeup. Once again, I want to thank you all for joining me. Remember to be true to you and have a good one or two.